Hey guys, I'm Carrie, and today I just had the urge to make a video, so I decided that my topic today is going to be my irrational fears and my somewhat odd idiosyncrasies. So, here we go. Think that I'm not afraid of anything, I don't really have many fears. But then when I really think about it, the things that I'm afraid of are completely irrational things that either no one else in the world is honestly afraid of, or just no one admits it. So I'm just going to be honest here, guys, this is what's up. Okay, so one of my biggest fears is that people can read my mind, which is ridiculous, I understand. But I'll catch myself if I'm in a meeting somewhere and my mind kind of drifts off and I probably think something inappropriate or just ridiculous or just weird. And I'm like, oh my God, what if someone here can hear what I'm thinking? Well, sometimes I try to trick them, and I think in my mind I was just kidding. I know you can read my mind, and that's why I thought that outrageous thing. Or I'll just start thinking about really mundane things. I'll be like, I really need to go grocery shopping. I will just throw them off the track, and then they'll never know. So that's weird. One of my other irrational fears is that I am convinced that every place is haunted. Seriously, everywhere. I walk into someone's house and I'm like, there's probably a ghost in here, isn't there? And there's not really a reason for it. It's not necessarily that I get a weird creepy feeling, or I'm just convinced that everywhere has some type of history that it should be haunted. But in my house, okay, so I'm home alone and I hear all these different noises, and of course, instead of just being oh, it's probably just my guinea pig scratching in his cage, or it's the water heater, I'm always it's a ghost. It's definitely a ghost. But I really love going on ghost walks and ghost tours, and I love listening to ghost stories, and I love shows about ghost hunters. So maybe it's a fear that I've kind of brought on myself by watching too many scary movies and shows. But okay, my other fear I have is really random as well. Whenever I'm at a store, I'm always afraid that the people working at the store are going to think I'm shoplifting. So I'm always very deliberate. If I take something off of a shelf, I look at it, and then I will dramatically place it back on the shelf. So I'm see me looking at this item, see me putting it away. And I don't know if maybe the fear, okay, so one time when I was 4, I did try to shoplift. Honesty moment. I remember I was at a store with my mom and my brother, but I remember that they had this kind of shelving thing of all these different kid toys. There was bouncy balls, there was the little clippy things, I don't remember what else was there, but I remember that I was oh, I really want this bouncy ball. So I took the bouncy ball and I put it in my pocket. And I was alright, whatever. And then we're walking outside, and I did the stupid thing, and I showed my brother. I was hey, look at this cool bouncy ball I got. And he was where did you get that? And I was well, inside. And he told my mom. So my mom made me go back into the store, give the bouncy ball back to the people, and apologize. And I was mortified. So maybe good parenting note, really good way to teach your kids to not shoplift, because it was super embarrassing. Also, apparently, made me afraid now that people are thinking I'm shoplifting when I'm not. So, okay, so I also have 2 other idiosyncrasies that I've recently noticed, I guess, and I'm wow, that's kind of a weird thing to do. One of the things I notice is that, so I go shopping by myself a lot, whether it's just grocery shopping or clothes shopping, I just usually tend to go shopping by myself. And I realized that as I'm shopping, I tend to talk to myself. And I'm not having a full-on conversation, I'm not a total crazy, but I'll be looking at the something here, and I'm oh, this is really cute, this would look really good in my living room, or I'm oh, I don't like that, who designed that, that's ugly. But I'm who am I talking to? What am I doing? And I don't know if it's a reassurance thing to myself, or if I think I look less lonely because I'm talking to myself. I haven't quite figured out my reasoning, but I do it all the time. So I don't know if people around me notice, or if they think it's weird, or if they don't care, or if they also do it and it's totally normal. The other thing is I like to write a lot, so I'm really kind of always plotting things in my head, or making up scenes, making up conversations. And so there's times when I will act out conversations in my head. And so I'm good about keeping those, like, inside. I don't say those out loud, usually. But so I'll be, like, walking around, like, say I'm at the store at, like, work or something. I'll be walking around having a conversation in my head. But I catch myself doing the facial movements along with it, like the emotions. So I'll be, like, really, like, mad at someone in my conversation. So I catch myself that I'm, like... And then, like, I realize someone's looking at me, I'm like... Hey, just... stretching my face, long day, just working it out. Or I'll just, like, act like I wasn't doing anything. I'll be like, maybe they didn't notice. I don't know. But anyway, those are just two random things I catch myself doing a lot, and I wonder if other people notice. I don't know. Anyway, so those are kind of fun facts about me. Let me know if you have any weird irrational fears or any other idiosyncrasies that you kind of wonder if other people do or if it's just you. Alright, thanks guys. Have a good day.